Hi guys, this is Ruckus iiV and friends. This is a special episode for Thanksgiving. And first, I'd like to introduce everybody. This is Gazzy B. This is Jessica.
Hello.
And this is Poetic Princess.
Hello.
And we normally do topics at random when, different timers and stuff. In this case, we're going to go for at least a half hour. So we're going to do 2 different topics, 15 minutes apiece. It might help if I actually pull up my thing here. But while I do that, who wants to go first for the first topic?
I will go first.
Fantastic.
So my topic is, what are some traditions, that you do during Thanksgiving? Like, that's something that your family does every year.
Can you give an example?
Well, if I give an example, you'll know.
Darn, I was trying to stall. Okay. I don't know.
Well, then maybe you should go first then, so we get an idea of what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, with my family, like, we didn't really eat breakfast. We would eat, like, at 3 o'clock, and then, like, you would be done for the day, and then it would be, like, football. Recently, we started doing, like, what you're thankful for, which is nice, like, as a family. But, like, as a kid, like, I would just go over to one of my aunts or uncle's houses, and then they would just be hanging out until 3. Everybody would eat, and then that would be it. It wasn't like, I don't know. It was just based, like, on the food, really.
Yeah.
Which I think it really is for a lot of families.
Yeah.
I think for me as a kid, we used to spend Thanksgiving my cousins would come over to my house or go to their house. And I don't know, it was just like a day of adventure. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's just like my mom and my aunt just in the kitchen, like throwing down, and then like I'm just playing with my cousins, and we're watching football while the game's coming on. And then for me, Thanksgiving, I just think about my cousins. Really, that was the go-to place. Like, either they go to their house, we go to their house, or they come to our house. It hasn't been the same since I moved here to Florida, but of course the distance because they're in New York. But I miss those times. That I do miss. But now, as far as what we do now, I think I don't really think we have any real traditions, so to speak.
I feel like now we have, like, Friendsgiving.
Well, yes, we have a Friendsgiving, absolutely.
Yeah, because they come, Vicky comes over every Thanksgiving we've had so far, except for last year. Like, that's like 5 Thanksgivings together.
Yeah. We usually have our friends come over.
So it's more friends than it is actually.
Yeah, because there's not
family.
really family.
Yeah, we don't really have any family here. It's just us,
here.
really. So
it sounds super sad. We have sad Thanksgivings.
I don't think that sounds.
No, it's not sad. We have everybody comes, and we just hang out, play board games.
That sounds sad.
I hate
with
board
the
kids.
games.
Like, the kids play the board games, and like,
You really do?
I hate them. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I can't stand board games.
Why?
They bore the crap out
They're
of me.
not called board for
Yeah, exactly. It's like the whole board game.
Well, what about like Cranium?
I haven't even heard of that game.
We'll come back to board games. We'll
You make up all these miserable games to me. No, just kidding. They're not that bad, but nah. I mean, anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much. I don't think so much of a tradition, so to speak. What about traditional foods that you guys may have for your Thanksgiving?
Well, how about your traditions
I'm
first,
sorry.
and then we'll come back to that.
I just totally hijacked the question.
We don't want to hear yours or Chad's.
We're on to the next topic. Thank you.
Yeah.
For me, growing up, a lot of it was we did it mostly at my house, at my mom and dad's house, stepdad's house. But once my grandfather passed away, it kind of died off. Everybody kind of just didn't get together anymore. Mm-hmm. And then my cousin now and his wife, their family is huge on Thanksgiving. So every year, her mom goes all out. It's themed. There's over 20 some people there. We've got tables set up. Everything's decorated nice. They deep fry turkeys. Oh. It's just a time for everybody to just get together and hang out. Of course, they're huge football fans, so they watch football. I'm not a big football fan. Right. So
me either.
For me, it's more of just the being with people.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the longest time, like I said, after my grandfather died, like, I didn't spend Thanksgivings, even with my mom. Like
Yeah.
we would offer for her to come and spend it with us, and she wouldn't come. So that immediate family, you know, I never had the tradition continued.
Yeah.
After my grandfather passed away. So
It was because he set up everything. Is that what it was? Like he was like the central part of it, or
he was like the central focus of the family.
So
you
like
know?
everyone
it was
thought
like,
Thanksgiving, he was the one.
yeah, it's like
that they
we're
thought
you
about.
know
Okay.
we're doing this because of Grandpa.
Gotcha.
You know, we're keeping this together because of Grandpa.
Yeah,
So,
he was the glue.
yeah, pretty much. But like I said, everybody came to my mom's house, and she did most of the cooking. My stepdad would smoke a turkey overnight.
That sounds so good. I love a smoked turkey.
I do. I love smoked turkey, but like I said, now every year it's the fried turkey.
Not
deep
crazy
fried.
about the deep fried turkey.
What?
You don't like deep fried turkey? I don't mind it actually.
We
It's-
tried it. And
Yeah,
it was okay.
we had it last year.
It was all right. It wasn't nothing to write home about. It was like, okay.
You guys are kind of saying it like you're telling the person who cooked it, like,
No,
you're
no.
trying not to hurt their
Well,
feelings.
No, we picked. Did we pick it up?
We
Or
picked
did
it
we
from
do
somewhere. We didn't fry it ourselves.
Oh, see, that's,
Oh, you know
that's
what?
The
You know what
difference.
it was? You could take it to
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
And they fry it for you.
And they fry your turkey.
Really?
Yeah, you buy your
And
own
then
turkey.
You
I
buy
didn't
your
know
own
that.
turkey.
Yeah.
They fry it, and then you can take it home.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's not the same as doing it like at home. Do they
Yeah,
use
I-
peanut oil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's dangerous, dude.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, it
You
can be
you
very.
could-
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about the pressure cookers?
No, the deep
No,
fryers.
The deep fryer.
That's
That's
Oh.
why you have to do it
dangerous.
outdoors.
You have to do that.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
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 You could
But-
die.
You could
Like
tell.
literally.
Like what happens though? Like do they explode or something?
It's oil. It's like
It's
oh, from the
hot.
oil itself.
A lot
Yeah.
of
Oh,
oil.
okay.
You could die.
super
Okay.
careful
an
when you
open
drop it
flame.
in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I always heard like like the horrors of the pressure cookers.
Oh,
back
that
in the
happened
day.
to my grandfather. Exploded in the kitchen.
During Thanksgiving?
No, it
Oh.
wasn't.
What did it sound
Like,
like?
oh, perfect
But
story.
the
No.
whole, I missed the
The
pressure
rattling?
cookers.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't tighten the lid on it.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
All over the ceiling.
What do you
All over
remember?
the
Do you remember
kitchen.
what he was cooking? I'm trying to visualize the substance that exploded on the
It
ceiling.
might have been like a shredded pork or something.
Oh, shredded pork all over the ceiling. It sounds.
Yeah, all over. It was
Sounds
shredded
so-
something. But
It's
yeah,
not
it was,
fully cooked.
it was everywhere.
I lost my headphones. I was so.
You're so thrown off.
Oh yeah. It's so disturbing.
So how about you, Chad? I know it was just you and your mom, so
Yeah, exactly. So you had my mother and myself, and usually it always began like my mother has this like thing where she's like about like a couple weeks, sometimes even a month in advance. She's like, okay, so should we do turkey or lasagna? I'm like, what are you asking me for?
Why
What
not
do you want?
both?
yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Turkey lasagna.
Oh.
Lasagna.
We're gonna get right on that. No,
Oh, that would be pretty good.
that doesn't sound bad actually.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Instead of
I'll
like
have to
beef.
try that. Yeah.
We'll try it.
Well, this podcast took a turn really quick. Let's talk about turkey lasagna, guys. So she would say, okay, do you want to like have turkey? Do you want to have lasagna? And, depending on what her mood was, I would just say, well, let's just go with what you want. Well, I just want to know what you want. And so I'd pick it, and she's like, I don't want that. Let's go lasagna. So then, she would get whatever. And usually she would try to make turkey, which we'd have because there's only two of us, a ridiculous amount of turkey. And it was like so hard to always like calculate how much turkey to buy. And then, of course, that depended on how many people actually bought turkey because, you go to the store, you get what you get. Sometimes you don't get it early enough. So usually we did turkey, sometimes lasagna. And then my mother would always turn on this, the Thanksgiving Macy's parade.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing with us too.
that would be the backdrop. She was always having that play in the background. We'd watch the balloons go by and, conversate about that. She would talk about some of the things that she experienced when she was in New York and stuff like that when she was doing Thanksgiving. So it was kind of like the same routine, basically, Just wait till the food's done, eat it, and okay, Thanksgiving. I'm grateful. I'm full. So that would pretty much be it for me, I would say.
So
Nothing
it'd just
really
be the two
exciting.
of you?
Yeah, just the two of us. I mean, occasionally I've had like friends who, something happened with their family or something, like, for whatever reason, nothing bad, just, they would be hanging out or something and we just spend Thanksgiving at the house or something, but that's about it.
I don't think I've ever spent a Thanksgiving like by myself. I've always had somewhere to go in between that time when I was younger and then, between now. There's always been somewhere I could go and have Thanksgiving dinner. It's kind of sad. Like I've woken up and been by myself on Christmas.
Aww.
Yeah, so I mean, I know what
I've had
that
moments
feels
like
like. It's like, ugh. But yeah, it's nice to have that family And you're always welcome, Chad.
Yeah, thanks. You know what? Okay, so let me add to the concept here. I'm not like a huge holiday person. So, like, I'm not anti, but I'm also not like, oh my God, Thanksgiving, woo! I really don't care. Like, if I don't do Thanksgiving, it's not the end of the world. Like, my mother and I have had moments where we're just like, I'm not in the mood for it. I'm like, yes, me either. Like, I don't care. So then she won't have to, because she don't have to deal with all the cooking and all that stuff. She doesn't feel the pressures. And that's actually a good thing, I think, for her perspective, too, because she's only got one kid. She's not like she's got this pressure of having to deal with the whole family, to cater to them and try to make this experience for them. No, she's got one kid. So if the kid's like, I don't care, she's like, yes. She's going to just watch some movies and eat some chicken or something. And
now they have the restaurants where you can go have Thanksgiving dinner,
At the
for families that
restaurant,
don't want to cook.
Boston Market, I think, does that.
Yeah.
Boston Market for sure.
You
Yeah,
can pick
that's
up
true.
Publix.
I didn't think about that.
Oh,
Thanksgiving.
Publix. Yeah, you can get a
Didn't
whole meal
Denny's
from
do it?
Publix.
Yeah,
Denny's?
Denny's does it.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know Denny's did
You
it.
can go have Thanksgiving dinner.
I don't know why Applebee's was the first thing that popped into my head.
Probably Applebee's also.
And you get a
Applebee's
2-for-1s
seems
while you're
like
there, too.
Yeah.
I'm
Be
all
a
about
really happy
2-for-1s.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving
So,
party.
back to Gaston's question about the food. What are
Yeah,
the
just
foods?
like a segue off of that same question. What kind of foods or
Segue.
traditional kind of foods do you guys have during Thanksgiving that might have been out of the norm or not?
Oh, like, have you ever had
Like-
anything unusual for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Is that what the question is?
Well,
Really kind
that
of, or
or
just
like,
like general
what do you-
What
foods?
do you usually have?
What do you usually
normally
have?
have,
Yeah,
and then-
that's like a tradition for your family, or that may or may not be, something different.
Gotcha. Okay,
What-
so like,
Besides turkey,
what's
of
the normal
course,
food,
like-
and have you had an abnormal food?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. So like, you guys kind of know mine already.
Lasagna.
Yeah.
Yeah, lasagna. Like, we have like a
That sounds
Thanksgiving
really
lasagna.
good. Let's add that to the list.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's just like so satisfying, because then we have lasagna, and then like, you can always get the whatever side you want to go with that too.
Right.
So
But see,
kinda-
me, the fat boy me, was thinking of lasagna and still have turkey on the side.
Yeah, I'm down
That's
for
what
that.
I'm thinking. Yeah, but yeah.
I must have a secret fat boy side, because I'm all about it. That sounds great. I'm gonna have a conversation with my mother after this.
I think we just had turkey dressing,
Ooh,
not mashed potatoes.
Oh, what?
We didn't have mashed potatoes. We had like greens, mac and cheese,
There you go.
We had the basics,
some kind of
too.
rolls. I didn't start having rice and peas until I married you. Like, we didn't have that. But you guys have like 15, 20 courses, like 20, like 2 meats, 16 sides.
yeah, because that's like I said, that goes back to when I was younger. That was just the thing when my cousins and I got together. My aunt and my mom would get together, and they just used to cook a lot of food. Like, there was so much to choose from. We used to have ham, turkey, chicken.
We do.
There was potato salad, rice and peas, your mac and cheese,
Oh, yeah,
potato
salad.
mashed potatoes.
Deviled
like-
eggs.
No, we didn't do deviled eggs.
Huh?
No, that's not something that's normal.
As soon
in
as
my
you jump
family.
in, nope.
No.
Back off to
I
that
guess
deviled
it's a
eggs.
southern thing.
Yeah, probably.
What about cranberry sauce?
Oh yeah, of course, cranberry
Yeah.
sauce.
Ugh.
But just a quick,
Do
another
not like
little.
cranberry sauce.
What?
I do not
What?
like it.
Do you like sweet potato?
It's
like,
actually not bad. I take it back. I actually got used
Do you
to
like
it.
candied yams or?
Oh, I
Yes.
love candied yams.
Yeah, but not with the marshmallow stuff on it.
That's
What?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
like
don't
it
like
depends.
Marshmallow stuff candy? Yeah.
That's
You've
that,
never
like,
had
fluff?
those?
No.
That's the candied yams. You can have like
I
the
have
regular
had-
I am not
sweet
a
But
potato.
it can be slightly. You like when we went to Sylvia's in New York. That had the marshmallow. That's what was that
Some
sweetness.
marshmallows in there?
That was
It's
the
supposed to be
taste you were
baked on
tasting.
top.
I don't know, because I've had sweet, like at Sylvia's, I've had that without the marshmallows in
Yeah.
it.
I mean, I'm
and
not
it
crazy
still
about
was that
marshmallows on
sweet.
my stuff anyway. So
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
sweet potato person.
Yeah. I like sweet potatoes.
It's always been there, but I just can't do it. And pecan pie.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan. It's too mushy.
I've never had
it's like
pecan
it's
pie.
hard on top and then it's mushy in the middle. Like, it's just
I've never
a
had
mush.
pecan pie
I'm
before.
a pumpkin pie.
I like
But
I
pumpkin
like,
pie is good. I
I like
actually like
pumpkin.
that.
Yeah, pumpkin and sweet potato.
And sweet
Yeah.
Sometimes
potato.
I can't tell the
With a
difference, to
big
be
ol'-
quite honest.
Yeah.
It depends
Really?
on
Yeah.
if it's at Publix, it's kind of it tastes the same.
Yeah.
If you get the Publix one, the sweet potato and the pumpkin kind of are almost the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like they use the same. They're like, they're not gonna know.
Well, I will say this. Now that I think about it, I did have some Thanksgivings where it was like all like Puerto Rican food. You know, I had a couple of because I was
Pernil
dating
and-
somebody who was Puerto Rican, so like the families and stuff would get together, and we'd all just like have all the the rice, the beans, the
Pork.
the plantains, everything. So we had that. So yeah, I would say there was a few like that, but I mean nothing oddball though.
Do you have plantains?
For Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well, quick other little slight segue again,
Sure.
because she mentioned it: dressing and stuffing. Do you think there's a
Oh,
difference?
now we're talking. Okay.
Yeah, there's a difference.
To me, it's the
Now we
same
get.
thing.
Well-
Wait, dressing and stuffing?
Yes, isn't it the same
No.
thing?
What do you mean? Is it the same thing? What does that mean? What is the dressing? What kind of dressing are we talking about here?
Dressing is like
Dressing is on the side.
We had this argument every year for Thanksgiving.
Stuffing is in the turkey. That's why it's called stuffing, because it stuffs
But it can be the same
turkey.
thing. Kind of like
essentially
Alright.
it is the same
It
thing.
is. It is basically the same thing.
Okay.
It's
but
just the
it depends,
terminology.
and it depends on how you make it. Like, I'm not a fan of the one that comes in the box.
I love
Stovetop?
I love
Stovetop,
the one
yeah.
that comes in the
Stovetop,
box.
right?
No,
Those
I'm
are- I
not
can-
a fan.
Listen,
like,
I literally
have
eat
been
that by itself.
I
Right?
have been spoiled, I guess, because like whatever my mom's dressing is made out of, like she does it with like, the cornbread that's homemade, and then she does like the breadcrumbs, and then she like, because I used to not.
I like it.
I used to not like celery.
But then when you put
and-
the raisins in it, you kind of threw me off.
no, there's no raisins.
Raisins or something. There's something in there.
No. She made sure that she blended all the vegetables because I hated crunching on stuff. So it was all blended in there, and then it's just mixed together. There's no hard in it.
I've
I
had
know,
somebody stuffing or
100%.
dressing that
It's
had
not
like
mine.
it had like cranberries or
throwing in
something in
raspberry.
there. It was something
Somebody's
weird.
did have cranberries.
Right.
Whose was that?
I don't know.
I remember it.
Right? See, that's what I'm
not
talking
a good.
about.
Yeah, it was gross.
Oh, I hope,
Man, I was
hope you're
hoping
not
you-
watching whoever made that.
I'm sorry, guys. Whoever that was, it was gross.
I was kind of hoping you guys weren't going to agree so soon because this got juicy quick. I was like, yes, they're fighting about food for Thanksgiving. This is fantastic. It's getting personal. I was like, oh, how long is this going to go? Oh, man, like 30 seconds. Stupid good relationships.
Yeah. like,
Okay, wait a minute. So I'm trying to understand here. So you have stuffing, and then you have dressing.
Well, I think they're the
What
same
is
thing.
dressing? Because
Let her explain it. I call it stuffing.
Dressing is just on the side. It doesn't go in the bird.
but what
Like-
is it?
Like, it's the same thing, basically.
It's like
Okay,
stovetop.
You
okay.
know
So
what it is?
if I make some stovetop,
And
No,
you can put
I'm
that
not-
into but
I'm not going to call stovetop dressing, though.
But it's called stovetop dressing.
right.
But I don't like it.
So this is just a personal thing for you.
No.
Because in this house, she keeps telling me,
is
"Oh
getting
no,
No,
complicated.
actually,
dressing and stuffing are not the same thing."
No, in reality,
it's the same thing.
No, let me tell you.
It's the same ingredients,
Let me
essentially.
tell you. Let me tell
We
you.
don't put the dressing in the turkey, so it's
No,
not
let me
dressing.
tell you. It's called like usually stuffing and dressing is like wherever you're from. Like usually southern states call it dressing.
this is starting to sound like
Like
the poor people, rich
Texas.
people conversation.
no,
Only rich people
Yeah.
have dressing.
no, like Texas,
We don't call it stuffing.
Mississippi,
Savage.
Alabama. People like places like that. They usually call it dressing. Like if you go to like a southern restaurant in Georgia, they call it dressing. They don't call it stuffing.
Okay, so this is a regional thing.
So I think it's a regional thing.
Okay.
Like
For me,
so
it's
up
just
north,
stuffing.
it's
I
stuffing.
always call
so
it stuffing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I see the
And
stuffing.
you're from New York too. If you think, well, you're from everywhere, so you probably call it stuffing too. But like my grandparents are from the South, so that's what they called it. You know what I'm saying? Both of my grandparents are from Mississippi, Alabama. So
The South, when you say the South, where in the South?
my grandparents on my mom's side are from Mississippi, and my grandparents from my dad's side are Alabama. So everything that we get is like the
Okay.
passed down of whatever they grew up
Okay.
calling it.
Okay.
Because they all, it was during the Great Migration. Everybody left.
So to you, it's always dressing.
It's always been
never stuffing.
It's never ever been called that.
Stuffing,
Ever.
okay.
Well, this says that technical difference I found between the two is how they are cooked. According to most dictionaries,
Look at that.
stuffing is defined as a mixture used to stuff another food, traditionally poultry, before cooking, whereas dressing cooked in a pan outside of the turkey cavity.
Stuffed in the turkey.
Did they really have to use the word cavity?
Right?
I hate it when they use that
is
word.
technically the
It's
cavity.
Stuff in the cavity.
That just, I hate that word.
So yes, you are correct.
It's
essentially,
stuffed
but
in the turkey.
But we don't put stovetop in the turkey.
Well,
But you
because you're
could.
making dressing.
But it's not
This
called
whole
dressing.
time you've been making dressing.
I love
yeah,
me
you
some
would use for the
stovetop.
stuffing is like breadcrumbs
not
and
a
celery
fan,
and onion and stuff like that.
Yeah, the
That
same
sounds
stuff.
so good right
Okay,
now.
okay, so my question is,
We're
what's
having
if between dressing or stuffing, whichever you want to call it, what do you prefer, in the turkey or out of the turkey?
Oh, out of the
I've
turkey.
never had it in the turkey. That's
It
the
is
thing.
good in the turkey.
Okay,
it
what's
gives
the
it that
difference?
moisture. It's
Well-
extra moist and
Is it?
the flavor comes cooking out of the
Well-
turkey, so it gives it that turkey
Well-
flavor. It's really good.
Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but what my mom used to do
Sorry, Mom.
is she used to like take the juice after the turkey was cooked,
The basting
and then she put it into the dressing.
to give it that flavor.
Yeah, and then it would have that moist
Yeah.
flavor of
Yeah,
stuffing.
people do that.
Yeah, but it would taste like the turkey.
Yeah, I've never had it inside the cavity of the turkey.
I feel bad. Like
I
I
just
feel,
wanted to
I
say
feel
it.
like it's like the.
It just sounds so wrong.
I feel
don't
like
know
the
why.
turkey is like pooping that out. Like that's what it looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
right?
it's just that's what it makes me think of. Stuff like
Yeah.
that. It just
Well,
I don't think of the proper
Like
things.
its insides are coming out,
Yeah, it's
and you're like,
gross.
oh yeah, look.
Oh, look, I'm eating the inside of this thing, this
Yeah.
animal. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
We have grown soft as a human race.
I still eat it.
She's like, okay.
Can't even look at animals the same way anymore. Meanwhile, vegans are like, you guys are disgusting.
Yeah, right.
Every single one of you. I can't listen to this podcast.
I think that's another reason why I look forward to Thanksgiving, because I don't really eat turkey
Any other time, right?
any other time.
Yeah, basically, same here. I won't,
So, I look
actively.
forward to that
unless
one
it's in a
time.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Not even.
And when I was in California, I had
Well,
a banging turkey
you did
sandwich.
have that Wahlburgers turkey.
Oh yeah,
Hamburger
because I
thing.
had stuffing in it. So what it was,
That was
So he got the one that you
that was
got. yeah.
the Thanksgiving.
yes,
Yes.
it was okay though. I think
Okay.
yeah, that's a whole nother
It
conversation.
wasn't. It wasn't. I'm gonna be honest.
It was all right.
Mark and Donnie and the rest of the Wahlbergs. The one here is not as good as Las Vegas. Las Vegas was a lot better. Like
Yeah.
the taste of it was better.
Quality control.
Now you're talking about the quality of what did you have?
The
you have?
Wahlburgers.
Did you have the
burger,
same
I
exact
had
thing?
the same exact burger.
Okay. Okay.
And in Vegas, it was 100% better. Okay, look, 80% better.
Okay. So now I
And
have.
see, I didn't have that when I went to the one in Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I had the Donnie in Orlando, which
yeah,
was really
the
good.
Donnie is
Okay.
my
Well, which one did you
really
prefer? The one over there, or over here?
Well, I didn't have the same thing, so I can't.
Oh, so
really-
you
the
can really,
difference.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
there's
they were
no-
just both good then.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I have a question. As far as Thanksgiving goes, the actual history of Thanksgiving, like, what's your take on that from what you remember in school and now? Like, is
Nothing.
there anything different?
I don't think it happened. I kind of feel.
Thanksgiving never even happened.
Well, I mean, if you
We're
want to
just
get all,
celebrating a
like,
fictional thing.
I just feel like the Pilgrims and the Native Americans just got together and had dinner together, and then
Although
went
that's not
back
what
to
happened.
fighting. Like I don't think it happened.
I don't think
it feels
anybody. I don't
fake.
think that happened. And we all know Christopher Columbus. Like they pretty much came here and they.
Well, he didn't even come here.
Well,
like,
that's the
he was,
point.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like none of that.
Sorry.
Whew, some history buffs are about to get mad. Go ahead, guys. By all means.
No, but like Christopher.
I pretend
he
not to
wasn't
know
e-
anything right now.
I'm just saying, like he didn't land in the United States. He was down somewhere else, wasn't he? Like in the West Indies. Where was he?
No, he did get to the United States
Eventually, but not the first time.
First of all, he didn't discover things in the United States. You can't discover something that's already there, and with that has inhabitants already. So you can't discover something like that. And he discovered it by accident. But
Just kind of walked into
as far
it.
as like
Oh,
the history
hey, there's a
of it all-
continent here.
But I
Yeah.
mean, as far as like what happened when he came here, the manslaughter and the killing and the raping that happened when they arrived here, it's,
Smallpox.
like it wasn't a pretty picture,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I don't think they just had one day where they're like, yeah, let's chill and eat stuff together.
It wasn't like because the reason why I brought that up is because like you know in school like they always show you the pictures as a
Yeah.
kid
And everybody's happy.
Everyone's coming off these boats with these
massive
Right.
turkeys.
yeah,
and-
like all this food and these delicacies and all this other stuff, and everyone's happy and everyone's eating,
Yeah.
and they're there's a camaraderie between two different
Yeah.
race of people.
But see, I
And
think-
apparently that's not exactly what happened at all.
And I
Yeah.
think people know that, and I think for the most part, people now are using the day really just to be thankful for.
Yeah, they kept it towards the positive
Right,
aspect of
right.
actually doing
I don't
something
think
good
anyone.
with family.
Yeah, I don't think anyone focuses on what happened and the history of it behind it all anymore.
Yeah. Now, do you think it's important though?
No.
I mean, you think it's just not even worth thinking about?
I don't
Just
even
let it
think
go.
so. Yeah.
Like, who cares?
What can you do about it?
yeah,
No. I
Oh,
mean,
no,
like
that's
as
my
far as the
attitude,
tradition
like,
now.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I feel like what can you do about it? There's no point of like thinking about the past, about the history of it all.
Like why, like like everybody else, like trying to take it away, or I'm
Right.
surprised that hasn't been a huge thing. Like take away Thanksgiving, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can still be thankful for
Not
what,
yet.
it's gonna be a thing now.
Gonna be a thing now.
Yeah, that's right. Take away Thanksgiving. Vegans are all over this right
Yeah.
now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but I mean, you can still be thankful for what you have in your life.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
absolutely. Yeah.
Necessarily doesn't
Yeah.
mean that.
I think you should still think about people though. You know, like
Well, it's
about
always
the
nice to think about
past. You know,
Don't think about people anymore, people. You don't have to. It's
No,
not
I mean,
a,
Think
like,
about
it's-
yourself.
yeah. Just think about yourself.
I just think it's good to think about where it did start. You know what I'm saying?
It's always
Yeah,
good
but-
to know the origin of
Yeah,
anything.
it's
I
good
would
to
think.
know
It's
the
good to know the
origin.
origin, but I don't
But
think
from
it should
what
be the
I'm
focus. of it all.
gathering, what I think is not
Happened.
true.
I don't feel like it is.
That's what I'm gathering
gonna
from
have
your
to look this up.
conversation
Yeah.
is that it's been a lie.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff has been
a lot of stuff.
Well,
Hey, if
a
you
lot of
that's a
history-
whole nother topic.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That there's a whole lot of stuff that I
There's-
feel
there-
that's all a conspiracy.
It's like
Oh,
well,
conspiracy,
you're talking conspiracy
minutes.
stuff. There is a lot of stuff that they've actually, proven, obviously, that in schools, like they were not accurate. It's just, but it's like the saying goes, it's whoever wins the war is the one that tells the history.
I like that.
That's usually, and so that's why a lot of like important information is left out of textbooks, things like that, because you don't really know exactly what happened.
Well, fortunately, 100 years from now, it's all going to be digital data. So it's going to be proof everywhere.
Yeah,
No-
yeah.
no more
Oh,
paper.
Wikipedia for everybody.
It'll just be
The
in
most-
your brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
blink. You're going to blink, and it's going to be there.
It's going to be all connected to
And you're going to
augmented
see
reality.
the videos and everything.
That augmented reality is going to be insane. So people are going to have Thanksgiving through augmented reality, and that's going to be really interesting.
Like,
Like, oh, I'm going to try that. Okay, cool. It still tastes like turkey. We got to work on that. Well, until they could actually activate different taste buds, like that
Exactly.
technology. That'd be cool.
That does make me wonder, does the food still taste like a turkey taste the same as it did back then?
it depends on the turkey, I think.
Yeah.
If it's free range, maybe.
I
Exactly.
think
Yeah.
free range.
Because they put so many.
But the hormones,
and
man.
stuff. Yeah.
That's
Those,
like we went
those
to
turkeys
Disney,
are crazy.
That's why this
and
year
they sell
we're
them
gonna
turkey legs.
That's not a real turkey.
That's not a turkey leg.
That's not a turkey.
That's
This
like
year-
monster turkey.
we're gonna get the
Monster
grass-fed.
turkey.
I'm not even kidding. Like these things
Oh,
are like
yeah,
this
yeah.
big.
Yeah, that's not
Like the
a
ones they
turkey.
had at the fair, like those
Yeah.
ginormous turkey legs.
Yeah.
I think they're selling them as a turkey leg, but I think
It's
we read
something
it,
else.
and it's an emu.
I ain't gonna lie, it's fun to eat those.
They
though.
are good.
Yeah, that's
Are
fair
you
food though.
supposed
Fair
to
food's
eat
awesome.
emus?
Apparently,
I feel like those are cute animals. Are they cute? Emus?
pigs are cute too, but we eat them.
I don't.
Not me.
Okay.
And not all of them are cute. Did you see the ones that look all like buff? Those buff pigs?
No.
Those are not cute pigs. The ones with the
It's
hormones.
like Bebop from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
yeah, they're like. grrr. Those are horrible
No, I haven't
pigs.
seen that.
I'm gonna show you, and during our break.
Have you seen the big, huge chickens
Oh yeah. Did
that
you
are
see
like
that?
all?
Yeah, that's fake, man. If you're eating that, you might
If
as well
that thing
just...
comes running up on me in a field somewhere,
Talking about being attacked by a turkey.
No,
a chicken.
that's a chicken.
Yeah, chickens are worse than. Yeah. That's
No,
true.
yeah, this is the buff chickens, though.
The big, huge chickens.
Buff
We're not-
chickens.
Yeah, the buff chickens.
These
and
chickens
the,
work
and the-
out.
No, it's hormones.
Oh, for sure.
Steroids and stuff. So, that's gross. I'm not a fan of that. I'm going to show
Okay.
you these buff pigs, though. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Go ahead.
Time was running out, so I figured I'd just
Stop it.
go ahead and stop it there. Unless you guys got anything else you want to go with.
Anything else? What are you thankful for?
Oh, we doing it
He's like,
right
oh,
now?
we're gonna get corny,
We might
right?
as well do it. We could do it before we leave, before we
Oh,
finish.
time's up. That's another episode of Ruckus and Friends. I'm Gazzy B.
No, let's do it like real fast. We can do it real fast.
Okay.
Like
thank
just
you.
one thing.
I'm thankful for this podcast.
Bam.
I'm thankful for friends.
I'm thankful for my family.
I'm thankful for being alive.
Nice. Well, thank you for.
Okay, so now real quick, guys, I just want to say if you're listening to this or you're watching this, if you guys have any kind of input or anything you want to jump on as far as anything we talked about for Thanksgiving, anything you guys think that we should have talked about for Thanksgiving, or any other topics you want to throw in, by all means, just throw them in the comments section below. And other than that, if you guys want to follow us, you can also follow us on Ruckus iiV and Friends on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. You have all three of those. And also, I have a vlog on YouTube as Ruckus iiV. You can just search that straight out and find my vlogs. I don't have a Thanksgiving vlog, now that I think about it. So there's that. I unnecessarily threw that in. And so, is there anything else you guys want to say or anything?
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
cool.
for listening.
Yeah, this is Gazzy B. This is Jessica.
See ya.
This is Poetic Princess.
Until next time.
And love, peace, chicken grease, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble,
Turkey
gobble.
grease.
Peace out.
Turkey grease. Nice. That one stuck in my ear. Turkey grease.